example of it is always having the next guy ready. And in this game, the next guy is Malcolm Rodriguez. And Malcolm Rodriguez is like been the perfect standby player for them. Last year, I went back and looked at this. This is Malcolm Rodriguez in the postseason last year. Against the Rams, Malcolm Rodriguez, 0 defensive snaps. Against Tampa, their second playoff game, 1 defensive snap. And against the 49ers, Malcolm Rodriguez, 41 defensive snaps, 6 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and an interception. He's like the perfect standby player. He can step in and make plays for you. And he is obviously now a lot is going to be asked of him with Anzalone and Derek Barnes out. So, and there's a guy that was only playing special teams through 2 games with 1 defensive snap. When called upon in the NFC Championship game, you felt him out there. He impacted the game. So there's your next guy. There is, of course, Jack Campbell's got to step up and do more, and Malcolm Rodriguez has to step in and do everything that he's proven in the past to be capable of.
If you just look at this game on paper, look at the numbers and stuff like that, it seems pretty obvious that the Lions will win this. But obviously you have to, as Jared Goff would tell you, you got to work hard in practice to make things happen. But like from a pass defense, the Lions give up a ton of yards passing, 233 yards a game, which is, I think, 6th in the NFL, the 6th most. Indianapolis is right behind him at giving up 232 yards per game. They're right there. The difference between the two teams is how efficient they are while they're doing it. You can go ahead and throw against the Lions, but you're not going to score touchdowns, and you're going to turn the ball over. Lions have given up only 7 touchdown passes on the season with 14 picks. Indianapolis has given up 16 touchdown passes and only 8 interceptions. Quarterback rating against, the Lions quarterback rating against, 73.6, best in the league. Indianapolis quarterback rating against, 97.3. And now they're taking on one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League with the best offense in the National Football League. So whatever the Lions want to do, if they want to throw it, they should be able to throw the football.
Yeah.
At least based on paper. Running the ball, the Colts give up over 140 yards a game on the ground.
That's where I think the Lions make their hay offensively. Because their yards per carry, like the metrics I look at for defense, and how's your rush defense is yards per carry, I think is the most important statistic to measure your rush defense. Their yards per carry is 4.4 yards a carry. Do you know what Jacksonville's yards per carry allowed is? 4.3. Jacksonville this year has been better against the run than Indianapolis, and the Lions force-fed them the football on the ground. I mean, it felt like they were getting 5 to 10 yards every single run.
Yeah, and the Colts give up 4.4 per carry here, 143 a game. It feels like this is a team that you can control the ball, whether it's passing or running the football, that your offense has a big advantage over their defense.
Yeah, now here's where the Lions are going to get challenged, and it's challenging one of the Lions' strengths, and that is Indy's done a decent job pressuring quarterbacks. They got a couple of guys in DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart in the middle of their defense. They have 3.5 sacks each. Stewart's got 8 tackles for loss. Quiddy Pay off the edge has been a problem for teams. And if you look at the Lions' last 2 games, and I think this is the metric I look at to measure how the Lions' offense will do. Jared Goff against Houston got pressured on 29% of his dropbacks. Jared Goff against Jacksonville got pressured 13% of his dropbacks. The pressure is what led to the problems in the Houston game. It wasn't necessarily sacks. It was guys getting Jared Goff off platform, tipping passes at the line of scrimmage. Those were the issues. The pressure rate was way down in the Jacksonville game. The Lions' offensive line's a great group, and so I do expect them to be able to neutralize a decent Indianapolis pass rush.
Well, running the football does that. So, and again, Indianapolis not good at stopping the run to give up a lot of yards.
248-539-9797.
So it's hard not to feel chesty about the Lions offense. Clearly, they got one of the best offenses in the league. Every weapon you could imagine, a great offensive line, and a quarterback who knows how to use and call the plays and just direct everyone where they need to be. I think the worry is, if there is any worry, right, is that can the Lions contain Anthony Richardson? Because he's the ultimate X factor in this. He's the ultimate equalizer, neutralizer, whatever you want to call him, because they're going to run RPOs. So you don't know if he's going to run or he's going to throw the ball. And you may have a man-on-man. Everyone may have lane integrity. But Anthony Richardson's a big quarterback, and he'll run you over. And so once that man goes down, you have to have someone behind him, right? So it's not just being able to be disciplined in your defense. When you have an X-factor type player, that guy does things that you can't plan for, even if you do plan for it. 70 yards off his back foot, how do you defend that, right? If he drops it in a bucket to Alec Pierce, there's nothing you could do about that. I think those are the type of things you worry about these type of games. I think we all think the Lions will win and should win, but there's a reason why they play the games, and the reason why they draft him so early is because he's got all these intangibles.
Yeah, it is the intangibles, because it's not just based on numbers, because he's been bad this year throwing the football. He hasn't completed 50% of his passes. He's thrown more interceptions than touchdowns. Can you keep him from doing something spectacular? Because if he gets out of the pocket, then you're in trouble.
All right, Gator. You sound? I don't want to say what you're not here, but you sound chesty. You're pretty confident about the Lions winning this game. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Gator's chesty. I'm nervous about it.
No, you are.
I feel like this is one that can get him. Are you with Gator? Or are you with me?